Hello, good day. This is Matt Frad with Pints with Aquinas. How y'all doing? Please support me on locals so that my family doesn't starve. We had to eat plain ramen without the spice packets last night because we couldn't afford the flavored ones.
Damn, dude, I didn't even know they sold unflavored ramen.
Yup, it's 3 cents cheaper per serving.
Yeah, dude, us Dominicans take a literal vow of poverty, and even we can eat the flavored ramen.
Those seasoning packets are amazing, though. I'd put that stuff on everything if I could. Honestly, if you wanted to buy the chicken flavored, I'd buy the packets off you for 4 cents a piece.
Or, here's an idea. You can help out your friend in need without expecting something in return.
Okay, now no need to virtue signal to try and win points with the audience. You know I'm going to crush you in this debate.
That's not at all what I was trying to do, man. Chill.
Sure it wasn't. You Dominicans are always trying to take the moral high ground. I bet you also think it's never okay to tell a lie, huh?
Actually, yes, unironically.
Okay, you two, that's enough. We need to stay on topic. For those just tuning in, we are debating whether a hot dog is a sandwich. Father Pine is taking the affirmative position, and Trent is taking the negative position. We're about to begin the cross-examination section where both participants can speak freely. I'll step in if I need to, but I trust that you two can stay civil. First, we will have Father Pine cross-examine Trent. Whenever you're ready, Father Pine.
Okay, well, I already demolished your position in my rebuttal period, so I guess you can take this time to do some damage control.
Wow, really?
I'm just kidding, sort of. Why don't you give your definition of a sandwich again for the audience?
Sure, happy to. The Oxford Dictionary says that a sandwich is, quote, 2 slices of bread, often spread with butter with a layer of meat, cheese, etc., between them. End quote. Any reasonable person can see that a hot dog doesn't fit this definition.
Yeah, sure. But any reasonable person also doesn't use this definition in ordinary speech. I mean, by this definition, a PB&J is not a sandwich either, because it doesn't have butter, meat, or cheese.
I mean, isn't peanut butter technically just a type of butter?
Are you being for real right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Anyways, it still doesn't have meat or cheese, so your definition excludes PB&J sandwiches. Are you conceding that?
But it does have 2 slices of bread, which is essential. A hot dog does not have that.
So the 2-slice thing is essential, but the other parts of the definition are optional?
Right.
Why, though? That's not an obvious conclusion from the definition.
I think it is.
So I can put literally anything between 2 slices of bread and that makes it a sandwich?
No, the 2 slices of bread is necessary, but not sufficient.
Okay, so what are the other necessary components?
Well, I'd say there needs to be at least 2 different things between the bread.
So plain peanut butter sandwiches are out then?
Yeah, I think so.
As are plain grilled cheese sandwiches, right?
Well, I'd have to think about that one.
Okay, go on.
And I think there needs to be some sort of protein in it, not necessarily meat, but something with protein.
Well, hot dogs have protein, so if I have a hot dog with ketchup, then it sounds like that is sufficient.
No, because it doesn't have 2 slices of bread.
But the hot dog is surrounded by bread. Is that not enough?
Correct.
But if I took the hot dog link and put it in between 2 slices of bread with ketchup, then that would be a sandwich?
Well, I guess that would count.
That's so asinine, my guy.
What did you just call me?
I didn't call you... Never mind, I'm just saying that your arbitrary standard leads to absurdity.
Every definition is ultimately arbitrary.
It sounds like the only thing keeping a hot dog from being a sandwich is that the bun is 1 piece instead of 2. Any hot dog with at least 1 topping already satisfies every other condition you have.
Well, I mean...
And what if I'm eating said hot dog and the bun breaks in half at the seam? Does it instantly become a sandwich then?
Well, I guess that
and
would...
don't say that doesn't happen. Everyone in this audience has experienced that at least once in their life.
Okay, but exceptions don't make rules.
And doesn't that also mean sandwiches from Subway are not actually sandwiches? Those workers are trained specifically to not cut all the way through the bread. The bread is structurally identical to a hot dog bun. It's just larger.
No comment.
All right, that's time. Thank you both. Now it's Trent's turn to cross-examine Father Pine.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, so I'll admit you've made some good critiques of my argument, but now it's your turn to defend your position. So how would you define a sandwich?
Well, it's a bit tricky, but I would say the definition is much broader than you want it to be. I don't think it has to necessarily be 2 slices of bread, and one could even argue that an open-faced sandwich is legit. It seems that a sandwich is any combination of bread and non-bread items. Perhaps the best way to describe it is via ostension.
Okay, so how about we do some rapid-fire questions? You just need to tell if each example is a sandwich or not, and we'll see if there's any strain of consistency.
Let's do it.
All right, so how about 2 slices of bread with only peanut butter in between?
Totally. That's called a peanut butter sandwich for a reason.
Okay, what about the same thing, but with regular butter instead?
Yeah, I guess that would be a butter sandwich then.
Really?
Yeah, that doesn't sit well for me either, but I can't think of any reason why it wouldn't be.
Okay, but you also said earlier that, quote, an open-faced sandwich is legit, end quote.
Yeah, I think so.
So not only can it just be anything between two pieces of bread, but it can also be anything on even a single piece of bread? Because now that means even a slice of bread or toast with butter is now a sandwich as well. Is that really the position you want to take? And doesn't that also mean that... Wait, are you trying to look this up in the Summa right now?
I'm just checking something. Don't worry about it.
Well, I only have a few seconds left, so I'll just say to the audience that this definition of sandwich is so broad, you could drive a truck through it. It would include things such as butter on toast, and presumably things like quesadillas or even a burrito. I think anyone with 2 brain cells can see what's wrong with this. The word becomes completely meaningless when it's that broad.
Okay, that's time. Thank you both. Honestly, I'm not even sure what I believe anymore. I think I'm having an existential crisis. Please support me on Locals so I can afford therapy to figure this one out. Thank you both for agreeing to do this debate. I know both of you spent countless hours researching this important topic. Thank you all for tuning in. Next week, I'm so bloody excited for this one, will be Taylor Marshall versus Bishop Robert Barron on whether it is a mortal sin to say the rosary in English. See you all then.